Hello everyone, I'm Luke Flywalker and welcome to this issue of SL Aviation Magazine. We're getting ready to start part 2 of our grid flight segment, so let's head on out for the takeoff. Deb and I are preparing for takeoff as we catch a shot of this beautiful Osprey taking off. Let's check our flight plan so we make sure we know where we're going. Deidre has done an excellent job of preparing these note cards. She has a tremendous amount of detail on them, including the type of sim that we're flying to and how many prims are available and the auto return time. So it's just a tremendous amount of information there. But we're headed for Poppyport Airport, and you see the flight plan there on the map, and we're preparing for takeoff now. We're taxiing for takeoff here in Dev's F-14, the beautiful AMOC Dynamics product. Jet, wait a minute. Hey, co-pilot to pilot. Co-pilot to pilot. Dev, come in please. I think this runway might be a little too short for a jet. He must have his radio off. We're on the ground at Poppyport. I was a little bit worried on that takeoff, but my expert pilot Dev brought us through unscathed. What an excellent pilot he is. I really love this terminal building. It's just very well done. I get out our trusty note card to see what our next destination is, and I see that we're going from Poppyport to Gulfport International Airport. But this is strange. Our challenge vehicles, the first part is a watercraft, the second part a land vehicle. I wonder what Dev's going to do with this one. Well, that was certainly interesting. I sure didn't expect to be riding in a semi today. We're poised for takeoff for leg 5 of our journey. And oh no, another jet. And this one's a big one, and the runway's even shorter. But I've got confidence in my pilot, so Let's strap in and here we go. Our destination is Bay City Municipal, and our challenge aircraft is a large passenger or cargo aircraft. Sometimes it's helpful to bring up your map when flying, and you can even fly by this map. It's not as much fun because you can't see as much outside, but it's also helpful to try to stay over water as much as possible. We have Bay City Airport in sight. It looks like we're passing over, going to make a loop around and come back to land. Very nice airport here. We made our turn for the landing approach, but apparently there's been a malfunction. The plane is stuck in the air and we're not moving. Dev, are you there? Well, Dev, are you there? Our pilot seems to be unresponsive. Not responding to text or voice, classic sign of being booted. I guess I better hit the silk. Well, that's the way grid flights go sometimes. We actually did make it to our last destination, but we couldn't get landed. So anyway, I gotta sit here and wait on the Coast Guard. And hopefully they'll get here in time to get me to my next stop, which is Fort Rucker for the D-Day celebration. If they get me in time, I'll see you there. As you can see, the Coast Guard did their job and rescued me. I made it to the D-Day celebration at Fort Rucker. The purpose of this celebration is to honor those who have served on both sides of the conflict. D-Day was June 6, 1944. This is the day that Allied troops landed on the beaches of Normandy in France and started the assault on Hitler's European fortress. On that day, there were over 10,000 Allied casualties and 9,000 German casualties. Casualties are defined as wounded, killed, or missing in action. Of the Allied casualties, over half that number are estimated to be killed in action. It is not known how many Germans died that day. After D-Day, the Normandy campaign continued and was culminated when the Allies launched an offensive to break out of Normandy and advanced into German-occupied territory. The offensive was called Operation Cobra, and it commenced on July 25th. The total number of Allied and German casualties for all of the Normandy campaign is estimated at 425,000. Between 15 and 20,000 French civilians were killed, mostly by Allied bombing attacks. We should never forget the price that has been paid for our freedom. My friend Cycloper 77 Cyberstar delivered this speech at the ceremony in text chat. I would like to share it with you now. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to this event to remember the brave soldiers who fought on both sides of the Channel on June 6, 1944, in what was the largest beachhead landing known as the Normandy invasion. As a veteran in real life myself, I have met veterans from around the world in both real life and Second Life, and know that veterans share a common bond, regardless of generation or era. That bond shared is from having served and wore the uniform for their country. We do not speak of wars, past or present. We speak of many common things to veterans, the silly things, the dumb things, the officer corps. We speak of friends lost and friends made. We speak of many things that are common to veterans from around the world in our daily life while wearing a uniform. As time goes by, the number of veterans from both sides dwindles from that day on the beaches of Normandy. Today I choose to remember the veterans who served and fought and died because they wore a uniform. This is what Legacy Vets World is about, those who have served their country and wore the uniform. May God rest all the souls of the veterans who fought and died this anniversary of the Normandy invasion for having worn the uniform. Amen. And just as people in real life celebrate when hostilities end, so we celebrate, not because people have died, but because people have died to secure our freedom. We thank them all, and now we celebrate. Our entertainment today is courtesy of Jeff Giordano, the G-Man. He spins out 50s, 60s, and 70s hits, country, and rock, and he does special venues, tribute shows, and fashion shows. He rocked us today with some big band music from the 40s. So as we close out the show today, let's get down with Jeff and Boogie.
Little public service announcement right here, just so you guys know. Anyone not dancing is subject to arrest by the military police, otherwise known as the MPs.